Hello all. I'm going to do a quick recap of how the trading day went today. We started out breaking above the orb and then doing a pullback, but usually I like to have a brief breakout and then a quick pullback of a couple short candles and then a retest and an entry. This was pretty long. A long way up and then a long way back down. So that's not my favorite kind of pullback. And since it was early in the day, I decided I could get a better entry, so I didn't enter here and just waited. Again, this just wasn't the break and retest that I usually look for. And then we came back down, and at this point we hit this level and had a big engulfing bullish candle. So I entered a bullish broken wing butterfly and it was looking good for quite a while. We got a little bit of a retest, but and nothing terrible at that point. But then we ended up getting over here. And so once we got down here, I ended up exiting the trade just because we were at the negative 150 at that point, and that's my manual stop loss. So took a negative 150 loss, and that was fine. That's within my trading plan. And then I saw we had this break and retest here. Break from this structure and retest. So I got into a bearish broken wing butterfly. When I get into my second trade of the day, I have a pretty tight stop loss in mind, usually negative 50. And it quickly went back up here, and I got that negative 50 stop. And so I got out again. So at that point I was negative 200. I'm kind of thinking about giving myself a little bit more leeway on that second trade. Negative 50 was a little tight. I'm starting to think, as I look at the data, that a negative 100 for the second one might be better, because it's, then my total loss between the two would be negative 250, and that's not too bad. So, and in this scenario, I wouldn't have, I don't think I would have gotten out, and I would have just stayed in for a profit. So I'll have to analyze that a little bit and see if it's better to be at 50 or 100 stop there. But anyway, so I took a small loss on that one. And then I saw, again, we were breaking down in the structure. We had a little bit of a rejection here against the line. So I got into another bearish broken wing butterfly here. Looked something like this. You can see it in Optionsmith. Let's change to the nostalgic theme. It's like an old 80s video game. So got in here, and then this just kept pushing all the way down. So I ended up taking a runoff profit of 115, which just took away a big chunk of the loss that I had for the two initial trades. So I ended up at about negative 125 for the day, which, when having two losing trades and then just getting into this one, I mean, that's a pretty good losing day. If you're going to have a losing day, it's good to have it that small. So I had hoped, as I watched this and as we came up a little bit, it would have been great if this would have reversed around and headed back toward the midpoint of that trade, the high profit area right here. But it was a long shot by the time it got down here. I mean, there was just no way. So it's a little bit disappointing to end the day in a loss when I had so many winning days, and you get used to that. That's kind of the problem with the strategy, is you get used to having winning days multiple times in a row. So then when you do have a losing day, it kind of affects you, but that's what makes you a trader, is not how you handle winning and how much you can push your winning days, but really how you handle losing days and how much you accept that being a part of the process. So, I mean, that's really what separates professional traders from just people that are just trying and not getting anywhere, is the people who really accept losing. Of course, I got that from a lot of experience, but also, you know, the book The Best Loser Wins is a good resource for that kind of mentality. Easier said than done, of course, but so we're still looking good in this strategy. Sharp ratio is actually really good so far. It's granted it's only 13 trades so while testing this, so it's still early, but I mean, this strategy, I'm still quite happy with it, and I think if it continues trending like this, it could be one that I can really start to scale up and start building something great with it. So yeah, that's how it went today. Thanks.